Near a shallow depression carved into the dry, cracked earth, a lone elephant cow moved with slow, burdened steps. Each stride dragged under the immense weight of the life growing inside her. The night wind brushed against her swollen flanks, carrying the familiar sense of dust and old grass. And something else. Something watching. Her ears flicked restlessly. Her trunk swept the ground in small, uneasy arcs, as if trying to read a warning hidden in the breeze. She heard them before she saw them. Soft footfalls, low, muffled breaths. Shadows began slipping out of the tall grass, sliding through the darkness with practiced ease. Hyenas, far from the foolish scavengers of legend. These were hunters, masters of patience, creatures who understood the advantage of night and the power of numbers. Moonlight caught their eyes in pale, eerie flashes, each glint revealing hunger sharpened by long, unforgiving nights. They spread out slowly, forming a wide arc that tightened inch by inch, not with haste, but with chilling confidence. The elephant knew instantly she had made a fatal mistake. She had wandered too far from her herd. There would be no wall of tusks to shield her tonight, only her own strength and the heavy burden slowing her every movement. She lifted her trunk into the air, testing their intent, and a deep rumble rolled from her chest. It was not a warning. It was a reminder to herself to stay standing. The hyenas edged closer, reading her posture, studying her shifting weight, noticing the subtle tremor in her hind legs. They were experts at finding weakness, and on this night, the great elephant carried both strength and vulnerability within her massive frame. Their leader stepped forward, a large, scarred female with one torn ear. Her head hung low, shoulders rippling with restrained power. She stopped just beyond reach, calculating the arc of the tusks, the timing of every possible strike. Behind her, the others flowed through the grass like smoke, appearing and vanishing with the shifting moonlight. Suddenly, the elephant turned. Fast. Startlingly fast. Her tusks flashed white, slicing the darkness. Predator and prey locked eyes, the tension stretching across the clearing like a drawn bowstring. The first attack came from the side. Fast. Low. A blur of mottled fur and snapping jaws. Her trunk whipped down with brutal force, cracking against bone. The hyena spun away with a sharp yelp, swallowed instantly by the night. But more shadows moved. Another hyena darted in from the opposite side, feinting, buying seconds. And seconds were enough. The torn-eared leader advanced. The elephant tried to turn, but the weight of her unborn calf dragged her movements into slow, painful arcs. Steam rose from her back as exhaustion clawed deeper into her body. Each breath grew harsher. The circle tightened. Confidence grew. Then, a sudden crack of breaking grass erupted behind her. Heavy, loud, unmistakable. The elephant froze. So did the hyenas. For the first time that night, uncertainty rippled through the shadows. Her ears flared wide as she turned, lifting her trunk high. A deep, resonant call rolled into the darkness. Not fear, but summoning. A message meant to travel far beyond the clearing. From the black edge of the savannah, shapes emerged. 3 enormous bodies moved forward with the unstoppable steadiness of a rising tide. Elephants, older cows, wide-bodied, battle-scarred, tusks chipped and worn from years of defending calves against lions, drought, and death itself. Their shadows merged into a single wall of ancient force. The pregnant cow trembled, sides heaving, eyes locked on them. The matriarch stepped into the moonlight, a massive, one-eyed queen. Her remaining eye glowed amber as she positioned herself beside the struggling cow. No words, no hesitation. Her presence alone was solid as stone. The hyenas understood immediately. They read posture better than any predator on the plains. Their advantage was slipping, yet hunger made them stubborn. The torn-eared leader refused to retreat. The matriarch turned toward them, movements slow, deliberate. One wrong step, and she would strike. The pack adjusted, widening their arc, probing for gaps. Each time they edged too close, the matriarch lunged, dust spiraling skyward, but she could not guard every angle. They knew it. The pregnant cow's legs trembled again. Inside her, the calf kicked, urgent, restless, urging her to survive. But her strength was fading fast. Sensing opportunity, 2 younger hyenas rushed in, snapping dangerously close to her hind legs. She tried to pivot. Too slow. Jaws clacked inches from flesh. Her desperate rumble tore through the night. The cows closed ranks instantly, tusks angled outward. Then, without warning, Another sound rolled across the plain. Deeper, heavier, a slow thunder that vibrated through the earth itself. The Hyenas froze mid-step. The matriarch lifted her head. The pregnant cow turned. From the far edge of the grassland, a massive bull elephant emerged. Enormous. One tusk long and yellowed, the other curved like a pale crescent. Scars etched his flanks. Stories of battles survived. He was not from their herd. His scent made that clear. Yet he had come. The matriarch rumbled, a greeting edged with warning. The bull slowed but did not retreat. His gaze swept over the cows, then settled on the Hyenas. He lifted his trunk and swept the ground in a slow, controlled motion. A statement, not aggression, not submission. A reminder that he alone could tip the balance of the night. He did not advance. He simply watched. The pregnant cow met his gaze, eyes clouded with exhaustion. Not pleading, just hoping. The Hyenas sensed it. Weakness still lingered. The torn-eared leader stepped forward again. The matriarch blocked her, but in doing so, a narrow gap opened. A younger hyena slipped through. Before it could strike, a sharp, unfamiliar sound sliced through the air. High, thin, urgent. Every creature froze. The bull shifted. The matriarch raised her trunk. Even the hyena leader paused, one paw suspended. The sound came again, closer now. Not a predator, not prey. The wind shifted. The night held its breath. And in that silence, something unseen, but powerful, moved toward them all, ready to change the fate of the night in ways no one, elephant or hyena, could yet imagine.